Good evening, everybody. I hope you've had a wonderful day. What a change today. I've been beavering away busy today. I've got a bit of an odd background. I didn't really think there before I started the camera. I've just been moving my office around a little bit today, and I've been moving pictures around. So you've got lots going on behind me. Take no notice of that. I hope that you're all well and that you've been having a chilled out weekend, because my goodness, hasn't the weather been awesome? I have been in the garden all weekend. It's just been beautiful weather. Hey, say hey if you're here. Just been beautiful weather. And I have, in the last few weeks, I have to say, gardening has been one of my tonics in the last few weeks. It's been one of my saving graces, if you like, and has really helped me. The physical act of connecting with the earth and making changes and creating a beautiful space front and back of my house has been really quite impactful and spiritual over the last few days. I've really enjoyed that. And do you know what? I never actually thought I'd hear myself say that I'd enjoy gardening. But there you go. I'm open to anything, and when you're open to anything, you just go ahead and dig in, and that's literally what I've been doing. I hope you've all enjoyed the same. So it looks beautiful. I'll share some photos in the next week or so as I've finished off. I'm just waiting for a few things to arrive. So without further ado, for those of you that don't know me, my name is on the screen there, Mandy Nicholson, and I am a creative genius consultant, and I help women, creative women, to build, to grow, and to scale their business and make more money, because it's what I know. And when you do what you know and you do what you love, it's easy. And that's one of the things I wanted to do in this month of June, was to share top tips and share things that can help you to just start to get your business moving a little bit better, or to change the way you think about things. Yes, Mandy, note to self, every week, turn off notifications. God, that's turned off now, so that shouldn't ping again during this live. So I'll try and keep this from droning on for too long. And I want to share really the things that I think can make the biggest difference to you in helping yourself. Hi, Mandy, doing the same thing, very satisfying. If that's gardening, absolutely. I'm a new fan. I think you've got to give StreamYard permission to use your name before I can actually see your name. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but thanks for that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, gardening, my new favorite thing. So leads generation, it's one of these elusive things, isn't it, that scares the living daylights out of most people. In order to have a buoyant and successful business, we all need leads coming into it, whether that's clients, whether that's product, whether that's services. Whichever way you need leads, you need leads which introduce you to the people that are going to potentially purchase your product or services. Without it, and I've said this in yesterday's post, without that lead generation, business can be like a heart attack, because lack of cash flow is stressful and it causes business to be difficult. Hi, Leanne. Great to see you. I see you've got the same profile picture as me, and quite right too. Without lead generation, it is like a heart attack to your business, and everything stops. Everything stops. If you've not got leads and people coming in and almost the excitement of that new business coming into your business, then everything becomes really hard, a bit like wading through mud. And it becomes stressful, and you start to worry about things. And then you're not being authentic, and you're not manifesting the business that you want and the people that you want to work with, or the people that you want to buy your products or services, because you are in this ever-changing cycle of stress. So the first top tip for you, and this is going to be a series of just go away and think about this and go away and look at it. I'm not going to give you a formula for lead generation because there isn't one. And nobody can give you a formula. But let me tell you how it starts and what the lifeblood is and where it comes from. And all of this is going to seem so simple. And it's going to seem like I'm not giving you anything new. But believe me, this is everything. Lead generation comes from relationships. It comes from your presence and your energy and the relationships that you build with other people that you want to buy your products and services. So that's Lead Generation 101. It is all about relationships. And yesterday I shared on my post on my business page and in my group that you need to start with, if you're in business, your personal profile page. Because I've just said to you, it's all about relationships. And people buy from people. They don't buy from, unless it's a razor blade that you want from a certain company. People don't buy from people they don't know. They buy from companies they trust, businesses they trust, and people they trust. And how do they get to trust you? They get to trust you from how you show up, how you speak, what you speak about, and how you interact with them. So for me, this starts with your personal Facebook profile and every profile that you have on social media and how you show up daily. So I'm going to ask you, what is it that you are known for? If I went onto your personal profile right now, would I instantly know what you do as a business? So that's the first question I'm going to ask you, because that visit to your personal profile should tell me, if you're in business, exactly what you do. I should be able to pick up within 3 or 4 seconds of being on your personal profile exactly what your business is, how you serve your clients or customers, and exactly what you do. Just sending hello to see if yes, your name came up, Sandra, and hi, lovely to see you. So if you went on to my personal business profile right now, and feel free to do that and add me as a friend if I'm not already one, then you would instantly know exactly what I do. Now, here is what I'm going to say to you. You need to sacrifice posting your lunch or whatever it is you post, or messages to friends and family on there, to a certain extent, if you are going to have a business. Because your number one lead generation tool is your personal profile, not your business page and not your group. Why is that? Because your business page is just that. It's a business page, and it feels, for people that are entering it, like a business. Your group is a group of people, a community that you are building around a particular topic or service, etc., that you are offering. But your personal page is exactly that. It's personal. It's a place where people are going to see a little bit more of you and get to know a little bit more of you. And guess what that builds? That builds relationships. So Lead Generation 101 is having a look at how you show up. What are you known for? So if you are, for instance, let's say you're a spiritual coach. If you're a spiritual coach and you've got a business page that tells people that and a group that tells people that, do they also pick that up from your personal page? Can they get to your business page from your personal page? And can they access all your other areas where you directly sell from your personal page? And are the messages that you post in there on that personal page related to your business, but also allowing people to get to know you? So that's the first place to start when you are looking at lead generation into your business. Now, there are lots of things that you can do that are free, all on social media, and it all involves building relationships. So it's no good having a great business page, getting your personal page just right, having your group just right. If you are not interacting on these platforms with the people who comment on your posts. So what do you think about that? Tell me if you think your personal page is exactly where it should be right now for business. If you're watching live, comment now. If you're watching on replay, comment on replay, and I will come back to you. And that's what it's all about. It's about actually interacting with the people that engage with you on any social media site that you happen to be on at any one time. Now, you need to choose wisely where you put your focus and energy. Otherwise, you'll spend all of your time on each of the individual social media sites getting nowhere. Because believe me, you can't be the master of every social media site. There's no way, there's not enough time to do that properly. So you need to choose one or two that are going to be your main focus area, and that depends on what your business is. Where it might be Facebook and LinkedIn, or it might be Twitter and Instagram, or it might be Facebook and Instagram. It depends on the nature of your business, but choose wisely the ones that you're going to focus on. And make sure that how you show up every single time is what people associate with your name. Oh yeah, Mandy Nicholson. She coaches creative women. She's an artist and she's an author. I know that because I've seen that everywhere she shows up and everything she talks about. She helps women in business because that's what she talks about. So how you show up is your number one lead generator because it's allowing people to get to know you. And you have to be able to talk to your audience in an authentic way without a script. Nothing written down here. Oh, my light's having a bit of a breakdown there. Everything's gone a bit haywire. There we go. I've unplugged it, so I've gone a bit on the dark side. So once you're showing up regularly and authentically and talking to your audience, in order for them to get to know you properly, then you are aligning things for people to want to work with you because they've got to know what you do. People have got to know exactly what you do and exactly how you can help them. So again, are you telling people how you personally can help them? What you offer, what your services or what your products can enhance their lives or enhance their business or change them for the better or change their business for the better. That's the message that needs to become clear. So I know I've talked about this now for 10 minutes, but there is nothing that can measure how important this is for your business. So the next thing that I'm going to talk to you about that helps you to generate leads in your business is also linked to the first thing that I talked to you about. What I'm going to ask you to do when you finish watching this video is think about your ideal client. Think about the person who is going to buy from you or who wants to work with you potentially, or who you want to find to work with you. And I'm going to ask you, where do they hang out? What groups and pages are they hanging out in? Hi, Catherine. Thanks for that. Nice to see you. What groups and pages are they hanging out? It's like, if you were a hairdresser, yeah, you'd be on the high street and you'd have your shop window and you'd have it looking beautiful and people be walking out with the hair all beautiful, and that would be your advert, really, wouldn't it? It'd be like showing up on Facebook with your shop window perfect and everything in it perfect. So where is that person hanging out that's likely to come and buy from you? Which groups are they in? And if they are in specific groups, are you a member of those groups? And are you showing up in those groups with the same message that you have and adding value without being salesy? You don't ever need to sell, because when you show up authentically and when you show up consistently with the same message so people can see who you are and what you do, you don't need to be salesy. You don't need to be that hard salesperson, because people can see what they're going to get. You're telling them how you can help them. So are you hanging out in the same places as your clients are hanging out? And if you are you adding value in those places so that they can see that you are an expert in what you do? Are you positioning yourself as an expert when you talk in the places that your ideal client hangs out, so that you are visible to them wherever they go? So if they're on your personal page and they're in 2 or 3 of the groups that you're also in, and they see your message consistently, psychologically, that tells them that you are more trustworthy because you are appearing, particularly if other people are commenting on your posts, which is social proof and adding value to what you have to say. So if you can write engaging posts and you can do engaging content that gets people to interact with, and you can then build conversations in those posts and in those interactions, you are creating trustworthy conversations that other people can also see. It's like having that private conversation with a client where you're talking about something and everybody can see it if it's in a post on social media. And that builds confidence and trust. And building confidence and trust is about cementing you and your message, your offer, your service, and how you can help the person that you're trying to serve. This is free lead generation. Popping into somebody's messenger and telling them that you sell a product and would they like to buy it is not lead generation. That's not going to build relationships. Believe me, it's really super icky. If you are doing that, stop it now. Stop it now. It's icky. I don't like it. Nobody likes it. So that's not lead generation. That's annoying people. Because do you know something? We all like to make our own minds up about things. No matter how much somebody tells you how good something is, you are a grown-up and you have your own mind, and you can make your own mind up about it. And that's what you want to do with every product and every service that you purchase. Messenger is not free lead generation. Messenger is pure annoyance. Free lead generation is building a community that trusts you, talking to people who trust you, interacting with people who trust you, and sharing free value with people who trust you. Just like I'm doing with you right now, when I'm sharing one of the things I do all of the time, which is show up, share free content, add value, teach people, let them see what you do on a regular but consistent basis. Think about everything you say and everything you do on social media, because somebody will see it. So if you have a negative interaction with somebody within a group, where it's within a conversation, lots of people are going to see that and they're not going to think good things about you. So you need to consider every interaction that you have. So free lead generation comes from your personal profile page first, not your business page and not your group. You have a business page for paid adverts, basically, and for doing things like this, because it would be pointless for me to do a live on my personal page. I can't share it anywhere else. And it's better for me to do it on my business page and then share it into other areas. And then I can interact with people on the business page, share it onto my personal page, and it actually gets everywhere and people can see it. A business page serves a purpose, but the algorithm on Facebook is different on your business page to the algorithm that you have on your personal profile. Facebook favors your personal profile. So what you post on there is more likely to appear on more people's news feeds than anything that you post in your business page or group. On average, 1% to 2% of what you post in your business page will be seen by the people that are on there. So I've got 2,500 people on here. Yeah, so maybe 25, 50 people will see this live going out when it's going out. Of that, maybe only 25 will watch. Some people might pick up on replay, but when I share it on my personal page, lots more people will see it. It will appear on lots more people's newsfeed because the algorithms are different. If you then engage with more people that are on your personal page, that are one of your personal friends, those people will see your posts as you put them out. You have more opportunity to manipulate the Facebook algorithm and make it work for you on your personal profile than you do on your business page or in your group. And the same works with groups. If you're in a group and you're interacting with people and adding value and making posts in there, then more people will see that once you start to engage in groups. If you're the person who shows up once or twice a week in a group where your ideal client hangs out, and you add value in that group by making a post that helps others or gives them a piece of great sage advice or starts a discussion of a topic that's something that's quite current and close to people's hearts that everybody engages in, then people will remember your name. That's where you need to position yourself, and positioning yourself as an expert in these areas and allowing people to see your amazing light and your amazing area of genius and what you can do with it is what you need to do to generate leads into your business. Now, here's a couple of things I'm going to say to you. It isn't going to happen overnight. If you do this, you are not going to have thousands of people knocking your door down, ready to buy from you. You have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. So you've got to persevere with what you're doing and not lose heart, because sometimes you can make a post and it's tumbleweed. Sometimes you get great interaction. Do you know what that is? It's a lesson. So what are the posts that are working for you? What type of things are working for you? Do some analysis of the things that work and don't work. Because in order to generate leads, that's what you need to do. What's working, what's not working. You also need to have a strategy. So what does your marketing strategy look like on social media? Do you have any structure to that? Have you got a plan going into the week of what things you are going to do on social media? I have a plan every week, and I'm not lying. And you know what? I'm going to pick up my diary right now, which is sitting there. This is not pre-prepared because I had no intentions of using it. But I'm going to show you the notes page of my diary. Whether you can see it. That is what my plan is for social media for the whole of June and how to generate quality leads. That's where we are. And look at the date, week commencing the 1st of the 6th. So I have an overall plan of the topics that I'm going to cover on social media each week. I then write a day-by-day plan of exactly what those posts are going to look like and the content that I'm going to share with my audience and with the people in my network. I then break that down to how many times, which groups I'm going to show up in, how many times per week I'm going to show up in those groups, what goes on LinkedIn, what goes on Twitter, what goes on Facebook group, Facebook page, Facebook business page. It's all broken down. That's my marketing plan. That and other things, but there's a structure to it. And I also have a marketing planner on my wall in front of me, so I know what the month looks like, and I've got a target in there. I know how many leads I want to generate in each area. So all of, your personal page is free. You don't pay for advertising on it. It's completely 100% free. Everything you do on there is free. It's a warm audience. It's people who already like you. They've added you as a friend because they've liked something you said or something you've done, or they've interacted with you and made friends with you, or they are friends and family. So it's a bunch of people that are warm leads. Your business page is cold leads, people that may or may not want to do business with you. So you've got to work a lot harder on your business page than you have got to on your personal page. And in your group, you've got to work even harder to build a community. So if you want free leads into your business, focus on the things that build relationships. So my top 2 tips here are use of your personal profile on Facebook and the use of your interaction in the right groups where your people are hanging out that you potentially want to work with, and making sure that that interaction is quality. But above all, have a plan, have a strategy for what you're going to say, and ask yourself some questions at the start of the week that help you to focus in on what you're going to say. So for instance, what do I want my audience to know about me this week? What do I want my audience to know about me this week? What value do I want to share with my audience this week? How am I going to deliver that this week? And if you can do that each week for each month of the year and have a really clear strategy going forward, it may be that, this week I decided to tell you all about my signature program, how it works and how it helps people. And that was what all my posts were about. But I don't do that, to be honest, because it feels a bit salesy to me. Because if you want to work with me, you're going to come and find out what that is, aren't you? I'll give you enough so that you can find me. I'll give you links that you can click so that you can join me on my website or on a sales funnel or book a discovery call or a link to my book. But not on every post, because that would really irritate everybody if I did that. Not on every single post. So leads is about I would rather build relationships than do a selling type of post, call, live, you name it. I would rather build relationships first. It always works. It's always served me. When I was a store manager with hundreds of people reporting to me, I built a great team because I built great relationships with those people, which then enabled them to build great relationships with the customers that were coming through the doors, which encouraged the customers to listen to them, and we had the correct availability and product range in for them. So it's every business is interconnected in every way. So if you're a coach, you need to find people that are looking for your particular coaching style. They like you. They like what you've got to say. They like the sound of your voice. They like the way you look. They like the way you show up. They like the way you work. But they need to know how you can help them, what you've done before, what your experience is, and how successful you've been with other people in the past. So testimonials, they're great things to share, to show people, social proof that you are able to deliver what you are saying that you can deliver. Now, it's up to you how you work with this information that I've shared with you tonight, because I can't make anybody do anything. And you might think I'm talking a load of tripe. But let me tell you now, I have a very successful business. And I have literally only just started using Facebook ads for the first time in 2 months this week. I don't have to advertise to bring people into my business. Most of my leads are organic and are generated through the social media platforms that are free, that I use consistently and persistently and show up regularly on. Even when I've been off because my husband died for the last 4 weeks, I still had a team of people behind me that repurposed old content and kept things going, so none of you really noticed that I wasn't there. Although I did share that story because that enables you to know what's happening in my life and that I'm a human being too, and that I've been continuing to do business even through a great sad loss that I've had in the last few weeks. Those things are important. I would want to know that if I was working with someone. And my mentor is very good at sharing her life and her loves and hates and quirks and personality traits when she shows up. And I think that's also important. That's why there's always, wrong hand, a bare arse behind me in the backdrop, because I seem to, for some reason, paint lots of naked women because it shows vulnerability. And I'd like to paint women and empowerment and women and reality. And that's why there's always a painting or two or three, as there is tonight, behind me in the backdrop, because that's always what's in my office, because my office is also my art studio. And I'm not going to hide that and put a nice pretty curtain behind me, because that really wouldn't be me. I wouldn't then be showing up authentically, and you wouldn't know who you were working with if you started to work with me or wanted to work with me. So that's really important to me. Authenticity is really, really important to me. And I have got, look, a can of Iron Brew. There's nothing fancy schmancy goes on in here. And 5 minutes ago, I had the dog in here as well. That's quite normal on my lives. So think about this. Go away tonight. For those of you that are in business, go away tonight and do an audit of your social media, the main sites that you are using to communicate with your potential audience. Do an audit and ask yourself, what am I known for? If I ask somebody about me, what would they say about me? What would they say my job is? And what would they tell other people I do? Would the things that the people say, if they were asked, be positive? Would they know clearly exactly how I could help them? What would people say about me? Once you can answer that question, and you can change things to fit that question to get the right answer, because, and here's the big because, 18 months ago, I was known for being the go-to person for wills and estate planning. And I bet any of you that have known me all that time had completely forgotten about that. And all you know me for now is being the wacky artist, the author, and the creative genius consultant that helps creative women to launch their businesses and make more money. That's what I'm known for now. So you can change that at any time. It doesn't take long. It just takes being persistent and being consistent and being the person who makes the decision as to how they are seen and how they are understood. So free lead generation, like everything else in life, is all about you. It's how you show up. It's how you communicate. And it's how you choose for the rest of the world to see and understand you. And when you get that right, clients will want to work with you. People will want to buy your services. People will want to buy your products. And then even when you start using paid advertising, that will come through in the advertising, because you are so authentically doing it all the time that it becomes easy to talk about it, write about it, and communicate it. So that's what I'm going to leave you with tonight. You've got a few little tasks to go away and do tonight. And honestly, share with me anything that you do that makes a difference. Please, I'd love to hear your stories, either on Messenger or in the group or on my page, wherever you want to share it. Share with me the things that you've changed after you've watched this live tonight, because honestly, makes my day to actually get that sort of feedback and to hear your comments and to speak to you. That's what I love. There's the other tip. Enjoy it. Enjoy the interaction with people. That's one of my greatest joys in my business, is the interaction with people. When you can get up every day and love doing what you do it well. It's not a job anymore, and lead generation just happens. And that's what I want for you. That is what I want for you. So that's your job. Go away. That's my little task for you. Go away and have a look at all of that, and then feedback. Let me know, please, how that goes for you. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you next week. And you've had a sneak peek at what may be coming next week. Next week is the law of attraction. I'm going to be talking to you about how to attract money, how to attract wealth and abundance into your life. Again, no quick fixes, no gurus here that are going to tell you there'll be nothing hugely revealing and brand new in that. But I'm still going to talk to you about it because it's the small behaviors and habits that you change. Thanks, Catherine. That make the big difference in your life and business. So lots of love and colour. I will see you same time, same place, probably with the same paintings next week. Bye for now.